Hello, welcome to day 4 of the Base12 SpinAlong. I'm waiting for Nick before I start any spinning because it's now a race. I still have to go grab my fiber and then I'll be right back. So day 4 fiber is, I believe my name for this is the Sky Bat. So it is 75% merino, 25% silk. And it's a mix of mulberry silk and silk, what I am calling silk nest. So I'm gonna get my wheel in place, but Nick is making sure I don't cheat tonight. I told him on the way down here that there will be no trips to Finland tonight. And since I don't think you guys necessarily want to see so much of my ceiling, I'm sure Finland is lovely and very dark this time of year. I need to plug in the computer so that it doesn't die. And I need to tell Nick to bring down my phone. There we go. I will unwrap myself from my extremely large blanket. So did Meredith catch up, David? Oh, I have my phone in my pocket. My phone was in my pocket. I just need some power. So. Excuse me while I try to get started on Instagram Live. Which requires taking my phone out of its case. There we go. So Nick is just grabbing some things, including a way for me to power my phone because my phone's almost out. And I absolutely must not touch the wheel or the fiber until he gets down here. And I am not that I'm using without my sidekick. Nick would be able to know if there's fiber on my bobbin when he gets down here. And he's pretty certain that the reason he didn't beat me last night was because I sent him off on a mission to get spinning oil in the middle of the live stream. So I think he thinks I'm willing to cheat in order to beat him. And I have to prove to him tonight that I won't. I'm just kind of hoping that he gets a nice heavy fiber tonight. So Nick's doing the random barber hole version of the SpinAlong. So it's kind of, he don't know what he's going to spin any night. And the day I'm doing an order, so day 4 is a bat. And a lot of our bat days for Nick and I are a little bit light on the weight because I was taking the smaller like rejects that weren't heavy enough and putting it in the pile for Sam, myself, and Nick. But when it came to the sky bat, none made it into our piles and didn't realize it until we were about to start the SpinAlong. So I made up a fresh bat and divided it for day 4 for Nick and I. And I made a very poofy bat. So this is probably more than a ½ ounce.
There you go. Brought your tablet too in case there was a better solution. And let's plug in your power.
You might have to move it. I was trying to leave enough space for.
Yeah, power. So that there you go. Now we need to figure out.
Can you? Is it the same size?
It's the same size. Maybe, kind of. Let's see if that works. Cool. And nothing else is bothering. So I still have like 5 minutes before we can start our race. Thank you. But I have to tell a story about your cocktail.
Okay. I heard laughing from upstairs.
It would have started with screaming too.
Yes.
Because I was muddling the lime juice in there, at which point one of the limes decided to erupt its entirety into my face. And apparently it's a magic lime where it defies the laws of physics and bent around my glasses and went straight into my eyes.
And this is how, after like just a couple minutes, Nick is making banana muffins for our littles to take to preschool for snack tomorrow. And in the process of like turning them
rotating
and rotating everything,
changing shelves, yeah,
somehow managed to like overturn
one of the trays
of muffins.
Well, it's because the mini muffin tray has too small of a lip.
And this is when the batter was still liquid.
Yes. So yeah, as I was screaming, with having lime juice in my eyes, the only solution I had was to laugh because, yeah,
my
what else can you do?
battery pack is flashing.
Well, you can figure that out while I
Do you know where another one is?
No. You want to try this?
Yeah, I would have to.
Yeah, you'll cancel your.
Let me see if I've got my Instagram account on this.
And maybe I'll go and look for other power supply options for you.
Okay.
How's your laptop?
I have it powered.
Oh yeah, but it's at 69%. So
you could
know
swap
what we
out
can
for a
do
little bit.
is we can take that out and we can put that in here.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah, that works until the laptop gets almost dead. But
Well, you keep an eye on that and we swap it back.
you're so smart.
That would feel a lot better if it didn't sound quite so patronizing. Right, so while we are waiting for my muffins
You need to roll.
cook,
I found your die.
Oh, you found my die!
It was on the ground.
Oh, thank you! All right, I'm rolling my die. And, I actually get to tell people this time what I rolled.
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 2.
We're both spinning bats tonight.
Yeah. All right.
Now, there might be a slight handicap because I don't know if your bat weighs as much as my bat.
Would you like me to get the scales? Because
No.
this is going to have to be
I'm
a
pretty
thing,
sure
isn't it?
I can still beat you no matter what the differences in bats.
Those are fighting words. All right, let me go check on the muffins. You can tell people about...
I won't start spinning yet.
You can tell people about number 2 as well.
So, Nick now gets the choice, or the chance to spin day number 2, which is another hand-carded bat. It is the pink bat. So this has some sari silk in it and silk nets. There's a tiny bit of purple sparkle because I used some Unicorn Seek Soulmate in this blend. And then the rest is all merino. So pink fluffy goodness. So let's compare size of bats. So mine's a little bit longer than his. But I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Mine feels heavier. We'll see. But I think Nick's is more likely to have some slubs in it, so it might be a little bit trickier spin. So I think we're pretty evenly matched for this evening. I could always I'm not allowed to draft, but I can spin, but I could pre-draft and open my bat so that it'll be easier to spin. Strip it. So what I'm doing is Z stripping for a bat. Sometimes bats can be a little bit overwhelming as far as managing your fiber supply. And this is a way to kind of get it into something that's more like roving and a size that you might be more comfortable handling. See? So until then, until Nick comes back, stop calling me a Slytherin. Those are fighting words. I'm just using my available knowledge to improve my chances. Hello, people. I will wave at everybody on Instagram since I'm trying to waste some time. So spinning half an ounce a day has made me want to spin more than just half an ounce a day. I really don't like being told what to do. So apparently forcing myself to spin half an ounce a day makes me want to spin more than half an ounce a day. So I ended up finishing applying up some singles that I had sitting around that were a Targu bamboo silk from Gwinnett Natural Fibers. And it taught me that when I'm spinning just 4 ounces, I need to think of how I'm going to ply before I divide up my fiber and decide how many bobbins I'm putting it on. There may have been a bit of an accident with trying to chain ply from a plying bracelet. And some very frustrating singles management. So I finished that up and I wanted to spin something because I'm trying to do 20 minutes of spinning a day to help with my back issues because it really helps. One thing that's happening with my back is that a lot of especially my ankles are getting really tight. And I'm having a hard time walking properly. So I walk on the balls of my feet instead of hitting heel first. And so I found that spinning helps like stretch everything out a lot better than regular Achilles tendon stretches. So on the days when I'm having a hard time with that, I'm making sure I do about 20 minutes of spinning. So I needed a new project. So I started spinning some Undercurrent, which is one of my hip string signature blends. It's merino, tussa, silk, and flax. And it's one of my favorite colorways I've developed. It doesn't get as much love as I think it deserves. So I'm spinning some up that I had grabbed for myself. And I think I eventually want to spin up an entire sweater quantity of it. But that might take all the rest of the blend that's in the shop. So I'm not sure because I don't know whether or not I'm going to keep it as a merino tussa flax blend or I might redevelop it as a different fiber blend with the same colors or very similar colors. So I started that up. When really what I should have done is do some core spinning. But the bats were in the basement and the wheel for core spinning and the core was upstairs. And the Undercurrent was right next to me at the wheel. So. You ready yet?
Yes, I'm Instagramming my muffin disaster so that everyone online can actually see.
Are you going to share with the folks here?
Yes.
I'm kind of very much intrigued to see what overturned muffins ended up baking like.
Yeah, I ended up just baking them through. Why waste them, right?
Yeah. Are they going to release from the pan?
Yes, actually, they released rather well. I already released them, and I brought.
So the kids will be eating disaster muffins for breakfast.
I may have eaten some disaster muffins already. So yes, you all can check out my my Instagram and see.
Oh, I need to see
the disaster muffins fully baked. Here you go. You can see it on my actual Instagram. There's on the YouTube. Sharing it with
Disaster
YouTube,
muffins.
and then share it with the Instagram.
Disaster
share it with the
muffins.
class. And there was one particularly unique that you had a thing here in my chair, and I put it up there, and it rolled down underneath. So now it's.
Nick, we might have to just put you to bed after this.
I brought you a present.
You brought me a disaster muffin.
No. You got to show how it looks. Because
is this how it formed in the pan?
Yes, that's exactly how it was in the pan. I was trying to pull the top one off, and the bottom one came with it. So that is how it baked. So I think it's done. All the other ones are done. So I brought you a disaster muffin.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
It's like Chris's worst nightmare because he only likes the tops. This is just bottoms.
And I don't like tops. I just like bottoms.
Well, there you go. It's your perfect muffin. Now I'm going to have to do this on purpose, aren't I?
No.
All right. I invented something today. You half bake some muffins, and then you take 2 pans and you squish them together and then bake it the rest of the way.
It's like a muffin pop.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Okay.
So maybe you should stop trying to do things and just spin.
Isn't spinning part of doing things?
Maybe.
All right. We're gonna make it so we can both be seen. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna. I gotta get all snuggly. Our wheels have to like each other.
Our wheels have to get all snuggly. Yeah. They don't work right next to each other. You got to make sure one of them is offset from the other.
Yeah. This is why maybe castle wheels are better if you have a spinning buddy.
Yeah. They're saying Saxony wheels are for antisocial introverts.
Spinsters.
Yeah. So hi everybody.
You can be entertaining now.
I can be entertaining while you eat.
Yeah.
I was already entertaining. I pre-entertained with my
20 minutes
muffins.
of a SpinAlong live stream, and there's been no spinning.
Oh wow! Really? Has it been that long? I apologize. Well, let's get to spinning. All right, I'm ready.
I'm gonna thread my orifice.
I'm gonna be good and let you.
Since I've been good.
Yes.
Everybody can tell you how good I've been.
Yeah. Well, I can see there's nothing spun from your cloud. Your
Lenora tried to get me to cheat.
Lenora. It's okay. I almost beat her yesterday.
David tried to accuse me of being a Slytherin again.
Well, maybe you should take the test again.
Maybe.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. I forgot how to do the spinning thing.
That helped me. Well, now we're going to be concentrating.
Then we're not going to be entertaining?
Yeah.
No, we'll be plenty entertaining. I'm just going to lay back here and...
I think I got some muffin in my fiber.
What does that do? Does it make it light and airy?
It's like a nip.
It's like a nip?
It's a muffin nip.
A muffin nip. So that's like so you can store food for later?
No.
Right? Just.
I already accidentally ingest enough fiber in my life.
Add fiber to your diet.
Okay. Now I can be seen and snuggle you and spin.
Aw, sweet.
Remember to check your scratch.
No. That takes time. Doing it live.
Damn consistency.
Yeah. No, I can feel consistency. I'm mostly
it's in your bones.
I say as I create a giant slub in the middle of my spinning.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was spinning thinner than you originally.
Uh-huh.
So, what did you talk about already?
I don't remember. I talked about the fiber.
Okay.
And your fiber.
Do we do the whole intro about the base 12 thing again, or do we just assume that everybody understands what's going on?
I think everybody knows what's going on. Does everybody understand what's going on? Does anybody have wants to know what the heck we're doing?
Yeah, so if anybody hasn't joined us in the previous nights wants a primer on the base 12 SpinAlong and where we've been and what we're doing and why am I spinning a different one from Jill and all that jazz.
I did talk about you doing random barber hole and I was doing it in order.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be random barber pole if I chain fly. Incidentally, it would just be a really weird striping.
I think the directions do say 2-ply.
Well, now let's see. Okay.
Okay, I know enough people who are participating in the SpinAlong that are not following the rules that, I think the rule followers are in the minority by now.
I wonder if that's a consistent thing along SpinAlongs, right?
No, I have not seen
so it's
this
just
much.
You?
It's just me. I encourage anarchy. Which I'm proud.
Yep. Well, you made this a choose your own SpinAlong, right?
Yeah, because it needs to be interesting.
Is that really a SpinAlong then? If everybody's spinning something
different? We're all playing
different?
the same fiber.
True. Not on the same day.
And I love seeing what everybody does with stuff.
That's
what makes it exciting.
It gives you a level of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
if everybody wants the same yarn, they should just buy Millspun.
There you go. That's the hipster way. All right.
We're reading what people are saying.
Let's see. Avenida saying, trying hard to get my current project done as I want to open up my packages. I've got 70 grams left to spin before I apply off the spindles and get them ready for base 12. All right.
You can do it.
Make that a goal for tonight. Unless, you're making more delicious chicken. Let's see. So,
I like this bat.
I was going to talk
about. I like this bat better than the pink bat.
You like that bat better than the pink bat?
Yeah. And the little naps create fluffy white clouds.
Yeah. It's like in the sky.
Yeah, that's in the sky. Yeah, that was the whole idea for this bat.
Oh. Do you have a name for any of these?
This one's sky. That one's raspberry.
Oh. Are the names actually communicated anywhere?
Yeah, in the fiber key.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You have one of those.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to keep it as a surprise, so I don't know any of these things. There's something entertaining that Chris did today, and I completely forgot about it.
Just one thing he did that was entertaining?
Yeah, no, he was pretty on point today. That's true.
Oh, they were pretty on point today.
Yeah.
Adrian decided that now he will bag groceries, which got him heaping amounts of praise from the cashier.
Which probably means he will now continue to bag groceries.
Yeah.
Until he doesn't get praise.
I'm willing to pay for bagging groceries and praise. That's called positive reinforcement.
I don't understand. You gotta read it out, Jill. I read the last one.
I'm reading things.
Yeah, but we're casting on two things, so you gotta read out for the other, for the instance.
Evanita was saying she's still eating the chicken soup.
Yeah, it looked like there was a lot of it.
That's the best part of soup.
Oh yeah, we've been doing a bunch of bone broths with like our turkey and the lamb bones that we have and everything, and it is not at all like the stock you get from the store, because it's like this. I mean, the lamb broth almost. I was telling Jill today, it almost tasted like a bisque, and there was no cream in it whatsoever. It was very weird, and very good. So
Did you have it with the green sriracha sauce?
I did.
It's really good.
It is.
I sold it to the kids as Baby Yoda soup.
That's why they were talking about having, look, it's Baby Yoda soup when we saw bone broth at the grocery store today.
Yes.
So they actually ate it because of that?
Yes.
You're brilliant.
How to get my kids to eat something I've never made for them before. Adrian still didn't
Make a Star Wars
have
reference.
it. But Gab and Chris were very much on top of it because it was Baby Yoda soup.
Baby Yoda makes everything better. There was an article that came out like a week or two ago that was talking about how Baby Yoda has united the nation. I'm like, okay, he's adorable, but that's going a bit far. We should get Baby Yoda to moderate the debates.
Yeah.
What you're saying?
Yes.
It'd be unfair because he used the Force.
Yeah.
And then it would change our...
Undue influence.
Yeah, that's what the word I'm looking for. Because we're all way too simple-minded. So,
But hey, less than a week till episode.
yes. If you couldn't guess...
And you were trying to avoid trailers, and now they're all over Hulu.
Yeah, like, okay. So first off, if you couldn't guess, this family is a bunch of huge Star Wars nerds. And so we've been watching all the episodes from the beginning, episode 1, including the Cartoon Network specials that happened between episode 2 and episode 3. And we were supposed to watch episode 8 this past weekend, but we didn't. So now we're gonna have to fit it in sometime after dinner this week so that we can watch episode 9.
Or on
next
Saturday.
week. Or on Saturday, yes. That is true. I was really hoping that they were going to finish up the Mandalorian season 1 right before episode 9
Yeah,
came
that
out,
would be cool.
because it would imply some sort of like linking between the two,
Always like linking.
like playing.
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got a lot less fun when they stopped linking it between the movies.
That's true.
I like the links between Angel and Buffy.
Yeah. One of the things I really like about this wheel that I haven't mentioned before is the fact that, I mean, the sidekick, you have to start spinning it in the direction you want it to spin. With this wheel, I can actually control which direction I want it to spin with just my feet,
Yeah.
which is really useful.
Yeah, it has,
For a
the
lazy
Magic
person
Crafts
like
have
me.
really light, really easily treadling, and the drive wheels are pretty light, so I do feel like there's a lot of control.
Oh, let's see, there's some discussion going on. Let's see. Where did I miss? Not the Wiki Christmas. Oh, you're right. You know, I didn't watch the Star Wars special, although we should. I actually have
I've never seen it.
Me neither.
Where would we find it?
YouTube. It gets taken down very quickly because basically everybody is terribly embarrassed that it exists. But it's referenced in Mandalorian, actually. Episode 1,
Yeah.
that guy wants to get home for Life Day.
Mm.
Life Day is the Star Wars equivalent of Christmas.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I don't think there's any Jesus involved, but
Yeah.
The Star Wars Christmas special apparently has like the singing debut of Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, right?
Yeah.
And
And we all know she had an illustrious recording career.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, somebody on our your phone is too small. I can't read. Spinning
Can't read.
Bar Now is saying that you can't make it too long in the Christmas special. You know, I feel because it's a Star Wars thing, I'll be able to watch it all the way through, but I've heard nothing but terrible things about it. So I can't imagine anything with Luke Skywalker being that bad. But, you know.
And Nick is
The
kind of a
internet can't be
fan
wrong.
of awful entertainment. So.
I am a fan of awful entertainment. Although now I can't think of anything. I mean, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is quite good. It is excellent, in fact. Aha, she's drinking. I can get ahead.
Because I'm confident.
Oh. You don't have to do the tortoise and the hare, right? They both got eaten.
Soup.
And we're back on the soup again.
Mm-hmm. Soup is delicious.
Especially this time of year. This time of year should be filled with knitting, soup, and pies, and spinning. Well, I don't understand, you know, now that I think about it, there's that whole pie cake debate, right? And then, well, yes, okay. You and I agree that pie is the right answer. But if it was a debate, you know, I think this is a good indication that really pie is the only answer, because you don't think about Christmas cake, right?
No.
Or cake for Thanksgiving. No. It's all...
People make fun of Christmas cake. That's fruitcake.
Yeah, right? So...
And pies can be sweet or savory.
Oh, is there a savory cake? Now I'm curious.
That's called bread.
All right. You've deserved me waiting for a little bit after that so I could regain composure. You win. I mean, not the spinning, but the, yes.
I'll win that too.
Savory bread. There, a savory cake is bread. So next time I eat a sandwich, I'm just going to say I'm going to put this piece of meat between two slices of savory cake. All right, what do we got here? The whole series is about Space Jesus.
So we have
yes,
a
okay.
Hallmark
Star Wars is
ornament
about Space Jesus to some effect. Go ahead.
of Luke that looks awfully like
a monochrome Santa or a Space Jesus.
Or Space Jesus.
Because he's got a robot hand. I don't think that was in the Bible, but I haven't read it very carefully.
Not in the Bible.
We're going to have to Instagram the Space Jesus ornament as well. We have a nerd corner to our Christmas tree. Holiday tree? I don't know.
Christmas tree.
And it... so I was just going over this today. We have a Firefly from Firefly. The spaceship, right?
Shockwave.
We have a Shockwave Transformer. We have a Sia pony from the My Little Pony movie. We have some Minecraft diorama thing. And then I made some orbs from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. There's a wind, a fire, and a water orb. Or pearls, rather. Is that it? That's it. I feel like those are the important ones anyway. And then the Space Jesus.
Except Luke wasn't immaculate conception.
No, that was Vader.
Yeah.
Wait, so yes, okay. So that's who we're... I'm very confused.
Padme is Mary Magdalene.
We're going to go way too far into this and we'll offend somebody.
Yeah.
So, you right?
Yeah.
You can take a break if you want.
No, I'm good.
You can rest the back,
No, we're all
do some
good.
stretches,
Makes my ankles feel good.
go for a walk. I hear Finland's nice this time of year.
It's pretty dark though.
Let's see. Dead Sea Scrolls or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, I'm sad we haven't watched any holiday specials yet.
Yeah, you need to watch Olive.
Olive the Other Reindeer is my one requirement for this time of year. And then there's the elves. I can't remember what that's called. The
something like Prep and Landing.
Prep and Landing. That's it. That is an adorable modern special, which everybody should see. It melted my ice cold heart. All right. So what else is going on in the world today
I don't know.
that we can talk about? So my bat was very wide. Yours was very long. What did you do to yours?
I Z-stripped mine.
Z-strip. Tell me about Z-stripping.
So I gently pulled it apart about along the length of the bat.
Okay.
Almost to the end, and then at the end I did like a U-turn, and then started stripping in the other direction. So it makes it kind of more like a roving without having to diz.
Interesting.
And it's a way of prepping a bat for spinning.
Interesting. Did you show people you doing that?
Yes, I did.
No.
It's what I did to entertain myself while you were taking so long.
Well, thank you.
It's hard to come up with witty banter
On your own.
on my own.
You've been watching enough Miss Maisel. I'd expect you could be a comedian now, right?
I need a sidekick. I need a wingman.
How sexist.
Wing woman.
Wing person.
Wing person. Non-flightless bird.
What? So a winged penguin wouldn't handle it?
No. No penguins.
What about a winged kiwi?
No. Be pretty funny though.
You know, tomorrow I'm just going to leave you with a kiwi fruit on the couch and see how you handle it.
No. Those are interesting kiwis.
They are.
They taste a little bit different.
So we got some kiwis. We're talking about kiwis. All right. So we got some kiwis today because Chris was really excited about getting
really
kiwis.
excited about kiwis.
And
there were only 4 normal kiwis left at Whole Foods, and they were not looking very good.
Very normal. And so we got a pack of kiwis.
Special yellow kiwis.
And when we cut them up, and we weren't expecting it to, even though after on second thought, I look at the package and yeah, there's a picture of the kiwi cut in half and it's bright yellow on the inside, but I don't know why I didn't see that. I just saw the 12.
Yeah.
Absolutely normal looking on the outside kiwis right there. Right?
Yeah, they're not as fuzzy as a normal kiwi, and they're hollow on the inside.
They're hollow.
Yeah, they have a big hole.
And I've had kiwis like that were a little bit hollow, but anyway, so we cut it open, and of course, our youngest is like, "What's that? That's not a normal kiwi color." And Jill, without missing a beat, was like, "Yeah, it's a special." And so, of course, he gets really excited now, instead of being freaked out about his yellow kiwis. Well, of course, he also loves yellow, so
Yes.
anything yellow. We should just get yellow food coloring and be like, "Nope, you can eat this. This moldy piece of bread is fine because it's yellow.
We wouldn't do that.
Well, yes, I know, but I was trying to think of something extremely weird that like nobody in their right mind would eat. But if it was yellow, it would be fine. Now it just seems like I'm the jerk to my child. I love Chris.
You would not feed him moldy
I would
bread.
not feed him moldy bread. And yes, Dave, no wing emus apparently, Jill. Although
What?
I think a wing emu, Dave was saying no emus.
Emus don't like you.
Emus do not like me. Oh my god. We were at a zoo once, and there were these emus. They weren't doing anything. They were just sitting there looking out into space. And then I come up, and oh my god, they all crowd at me at the edge of the fence, and they start hissing at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? And I walk along the edge of the fence,
And they follow you.
and they
hissing at you.
followed me, hissing at me.
And you went away, and they stopped hissing.
And they stopped doing anything.
Yeah.
And then I came back, and they started hissing again. And I was like, I don't know how to feel about this, because at least now they're entertaining. But
And then we stayed in an Airbnb once that had emus, and they did not like you either.
really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Is that the one with the dead chickens?
Yes.
Okay. The one with my
And the pig in the kitchen, and
that pig was adorable.
the wisteria growing through the window.
And the 15,000 stink bugs.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised they didn't wake up with one in my mouth. It was a great Airbnb. All things considered,
All things considered, yeah.
it was actually really fun.
It was entertaining.
And it helped inspire part of my screenplay.
Yeah.
We're going to go into that this time, or we're going to save it for a later day. What we got going on?
Yellow watermelons? Yes, yellow watermelons are delicious.
Yellow watermelons are fantastic. I can never find them around here, though.
Yeah, didn't we get them through a CSA?
We did, I think, once. But that was, I think that was pre-Chris, even.
Yeah. I don't know that Chris knows that yellow watermelons exist. He would probably never eat a red one, and that boy loves.
That boy loves watermelons that you cannot allow him to eat watermelon for dinner because he will eat so much watermelon. First off, he will
eat a quarter of a watermelon himself.
Like, and we're not talking the little watermelons. We're talking the big ones. And he will eat them. And you will see his stomach inflate, and he will not complain about it because it's watermelon. And then every time we've let him eat watermelon for dessert, for dinner, he's wet the bed.
And not regulated him.
Yes, if we've let him eat as much as he wants, he wets the bed because it is just that much liquid that he is consuming that he cannot hold it, and he can't let go of it before he goes to sleep. So, for the sake of our
he's
linens,
like a gremlin. You can't feed him watermelon after
don't get him wet.
3 p.m. or something.
So yes, for lunchtime, sure, as much watermelon as you want, boy. But for dinner, no. You get 1/8 of watermelon and you're done. So,
How are you liking your back?
it's nice. I like these little puffs of white.
Yeah, those are my favorite new texture. They're gonna be in all my bats for a while.
Like initially, it was like, oh my god, my OCD. What is this thing? It is this bump that's coming out, and I don't know what's going on. But then I'm like, no, this is like tweed. This is adorable. This is great. This works out really well.
And it's a lot more stable than like silk and oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it? What are these?
It's silk lap.
So what is different between silk lap and
silk lap? Is the waste from creating combed mulberry silk.
Okay.
So it's basically all the short ends and they kind of make something that looks like a quilt. So to actually like, you can tear it lengthwise, but you can't like, in order to be able to put it on a quarter, you have to cut it. So I actually cut it into with scissors to the staple length of whatever I'm blending it with. And so that's why it kind of, you get the neps, but it also, you get fiber that's long enough that it's going to mix with everything else and draft along with it, so that your neps are well secured and they're not like going to fall out. Sometimes with like tussis with silk oil, it forms little clumps that don't have any like fibrous bit to blend in with the rest of the fiber, and they'll just
falls out.
It'll fall out.
Yeah, I've had that problem with tweed. A lot of even mill spun tweeds that I get, that they just, you get this little cool bump and you're like, oh, that's neat, and you go to touch it and it just falls out.
Yeah. So this is a way to get that same kind of texture, but something that's more stable. So I've just been playing with the undyed silk black, but I'm going to dye some up and then cut up and move them back to dyeing.
Okay, I thought I was like going good and I was going to potentially beat you, and then now
you look over,
nothing left in your hand. What the heck happened? So now I'm concentrating on this. And, oh God.
Do I need to take another sip of my drink?
If you want to make it close.
Oh, there's not much in your hand either.
Yeah. But I don't know if you've noticed, but my my treadling has gotten a little bit faster. No, what are you doing? No! God damn it.
I'm not finishing yet.
Sure?
Yeah.
You're acting like it.
No, just long drawing.
You're doing that to get in my face. Look how little I have left. Thanks. I should suddenly go to like super bulky with my spinning.
There we go.
Ah, so close.
Jill wins again, and I didn't cheat this time. No trips to Finland.
It was really close, though.
Close. I still think I start with more fiber than you.
Yeah, you know what? Don't rub it in. And the experience.
Yeah,
don't forget that part.
The 10,000 hours plus of experience probably helps.
Yes. And the fact that the majority of your spinning has not been in a T-Rex outfit. See, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm not in a T-Rex outfit. Maybe I'd spin better if I was in a T-Rex outfit.
So tomorrow night?
No. Come on, we still have so many nights left. Like, we can't.
Tomorrow night you might have to get started without me.
What's that?
I have guild.
Oh. Okay, you're gonna have to teach me how to do this YouTube thing.
It's easy. You set it up and then you start it up. Press a button. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. You're smart.
So, what did I do there? So, that's your description there, by the way, Jill, is like, yeah, quantum physics is easy. You just solve the equations. Which, I mean, for me, yeah, that.
How to use a spinning wheel? You just move your feet up and down, and you pull at the
just
stuff.
Pedal. It's like a bike. Come on. It's not anything like a bike. This is like the walk of shame right now.
I do think you were spinning thinner than I was. It's not a fair fight.
It's never a fair fight in spinning. All's fair in love, war, and spinning, right?
Yeah. For it to be a fair fight, we would both have to be spinning the same fiber.
Mm.
So the same wraps per inch.
Mm.
And twist.
Mm.
On the same wheel.
That just sounds
And I
too
don't have
complicated.
2 of the same wheel.
I think it's more fun for us to just to make fun of each other while we're spinning.
You are very close.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like only a good 10 minutes since you've finished.
It has not been that long.
And there
Day
I go.
12 T-Rex finale.
I think you're
Day
right
12
there.
is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We've got stuff to do in the evening.
Oh crap! You're right. Yeah, we may have to do
A daytime.
a daytime spin along then.
We could get all the kids to spin with us.
All of them, including Chris.
He can spin in circles. He likes doing that lately.
We pulled out the old sit and spin, and he does enjoy that.
Yeah, Gab
Just
tried.
get him to hold.
Gab tried to get herself to the ER today on the sit and spin by standing on it and walking on it and doing all the reasons why we put the sit and spin away.
Yeah, well, what we should do is we should put Chris on the sit and spin, have him hold some fiber in one hand, and then spin him around and drop out the fiber.
It could work.
Yeah.
Get some really long wool.
All right. Well, I think from the time there, your Instagram is probably going to kick us off soon. So it's been an hour. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone.
Yes, thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Good night.